Yeah.
So yeah, I got that, and then I equipped my unstoppable pulse rifle. So I got the what's called the weather horde,
Yeah, with the
with
yeah, with the whole yeah.
yeah. I had that in my kinetic, and I had my pulse rifle because I got the unstoppable pulse rifle perk, and then I for my heavy I got another grenade launcher, and that first part of that lost sector I breezed through it. Got to that mid section,
Yeah, yeah. And don't let you run. Don't let you run out of lives. Uh,
and that's what happened. That's the only reason why I stopped playing. I ran out of lives.
yep. All right, man. Welcome to Nerd Flow Podcast. This is issue 181. We're live on twitch.tv. What is up to everybody in the chat, everybody on the download on through Sprinker?
What's good? What's good?
This is the E3 prediction show, as you can tell by the overlay. Kind of nice, I might say myself. Um, but yeah, so we'll be talking about E3 today. We'll be talking about for those on the crew that saw Cruella, gonna be talking about that. Got some more. We got an announcement of the Nvidia 3080, kind of seeing how that's
Yeah.
going down with it being, available to walk into a store and get now. So aside from bots and stuff, as y'all have heard us talk about in the past. And we're gonna be talking about our giveaway, the winner for our giveaway. So got a pretty decently packed show. What's up, y'all?
What's up?
I
Chilly.
finally got the fight on my phone.
Let me share that password, bro.
This has literally been the whole. Just so y'all know, this has literally been the whole conversation for the past 30 minutes with him trying to watch this fight tonight. Just share.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's him. Y'all know Young. If you've been listening to Nerdflow podcast, you know what the rant sound like. He's gonna take some form of Gundam or some form of Street Fighter or Dragon Ball maneuver and freaking destroy all of you with it because he's frustrated. So yeah.
Damn right.
It's a damn
Is it
right. Yeah.
How's everybody week been? How was everybody's Memorial Day?
I worked.
Oh man, good. Well, it was Memorial Day was Monday. I worked Monday, but the prior day, Sunday, we went to the pool. I had some jams out there. We got on some. They had some gas grills at the pool, so we put some burgers and some hot dogs and some sausage links on there, and we was chilling and swimming.
I lived in that apartment complex. I stay in the same. Well, I say that for y'all that don't know. The apartment complex that Tink stays in.
Yeah.
Bro, I've never, and I think I stayed out there 3 years, 4 years. Never used to. Never used
to. It's a nice little, it's a nice little feng shui they got out there, man. I'll say, the sites is, you got the kids running, everybody having fun. It's decent, I mean, if I didn't have like a reason to go to the pool, I would not go to the pool. But kids or whatever, we want to go swimming, so whatever.
Yeah, I went to the Frio River over the weekend. Had a lake house and stuff like that. That's what I was when I showed y'all pictures.
Well, I made
you was out there maxing and relaxing
with no phone.
I got paid $30 an hour for every hour I worked on Memorial Day.
So look at you, money bags.
I wasn't tripping. So next week, that next check after coming around is on him. Well, not really.
I don't think they do it like that at my job. I think they just I think they either do you double time or they just give you an extra 8 hours.
So I had to clarify. I said, well, actually, I made 30.
Don't tell them your wage now. You ain't got to put all that out there.
Don't tell you.
But I asked him. I was just like, yo. So is it like time and a half, or is it like my wage times 2? And my supervisor was like, it's your wage times 2. Okay, then y'all got me every holiday then. Then I got disappointed I got disappointed when I found out I could have signed up for at least 3 shifts.
And you trying to get it all, ain't you?
That man like
I wanted all brand new socks and drawers.
that man like
Trying to
y'all-
get that
y'all-
new
y'all-
computer.
Y'all was giving that OT? Let me get some, boss.
Y'all ain't got no more of that OT doing, boss.
Scratching.
Y'all ain't got no more of that holiday pay, huh?
But I don't even want to work no OT at my job. Just pay me what y'all pay me. Shoot, I don't even want to be up here, and I don't even go nowhere. I stay at home. I'm so tired of them. I mean, they pay my bills, but I'm so tired of their ass.
Like, it don't bother me, man, because I really ain't got to deal with nobody, man. Like, even though I got like a new position, like I ain't got to intake phone calls. I ain't got to take incoming calls no more. The only thing I really do is like I do paperwork and train people. So, and the best thing about training people is when we in Zoom meetings, the only thing I got to do is if it's getting too ruckus, just mute everybody. I don't even want to.
you see
I don't even
Be
wanna
like
be
the
talking
Joker
about-
and Batman with the chat, just push it over.
You see this boy go.
Just mute
This is how bad it is for
everybody.
me. I don't even want to talk about work right now.
Same. All right, man. Briario.
Briario?
I would give him some space to unmute himself in Discord, but okay, we're gonna move on. All right, man.
He's here in spirit.
Yeah, he's here in Discord, but in literally spirit.
Briario, the friendly ghost.
All right,
the streaming ghost.
Let's talk about these NVIDIA 3080 Ti's. They did a reveal like it was like I think I was up to it was like 12 like this time around like Central Time. It was like maybe like midnight 1 a.m. They did their little conference that I saw on YouTube. So they announced the 3070 and the 3080 Ti's. Am I correct?
Yeah.
3080 Ti's, yeah. 30.
But 3080 is like 1200.
Yeah.
The 3080 is retailing at 7 or 800, but you can't get it for less than 1200. But the 3080 Ti is retailing for the Founders Edition is retailing for let's see, where is it at here? $1499. No, that's the 3090. I'm sorry. Where is this at? 1200. Yeah.
That's the one I was talking about. That's retailing for 1200.
Yeah. And so the thing about it is, this card is really, there's no point in this card because it sits, okay, so you got the 3080, then you got the 3090. This one sits smack dab in the middle of the 3090, 3080 and 3090. So it's like the 3090 is giving you, so in a 4K, you might get 110, 115 frames. The 3080 Ti is gonna give you about 100 frames, and then the 3080 gonna give you 90. And it's like for the price that you paying, the retail that you paying from the 3080 to the Ti, for those little 10 frames, it don't make no sense. It give you more VRAM, so yeah, if you want to plug in more monitors, then you can do that. But you know, nobody cares. You know, ain't nobody really just doing no triple monitor setups or nothing like that. Like to game on, you know. So it's like, what is the point of this card? It's no point. It's so dumb. This card is so dumb, especially when we can't even get the ones that y'all already had out. You know what I mean? For you to release a 3080 Ti is just useless at this point. Like, I don't know. I mean, for my performance on the 3080, if I had to do another build and I had to choose between the 3080 and the 3080 Ti, I'm gonna go with the 3080. I'm not gonna spend the additional $400 on a Ti version. You get more VRAM, but everything else is just really like, it's just like a budget 3090. It's pointless. It's pointless to spend $1,200 because if you got the money, you're gonna spend the full nut, right? You're gonna spend the full $1,500, and if you don't got the money, then you're gonna scrounge up to $800. But you're not finna, you know, $1,200 is stupid.
You know what it reminds me of? It was like this time I was finna buy a car. Matter of fact, my granddad was finna buy me a car my senior year, I remember a friend of ours, we both wanted the same car, a Mazda RX-8. And they had two versions of the RX-8. One was, and this is before like the digital dashboard, the digital radios and all that. It was $5,000 more just to have leather in that car. Just for leather. $5,000 more. I was like,
leather is overrated in cars anyway.
And I was like, what the hell I'm gonna pay that for something that's gonna crack eventually?
Not even that. It's just, if you stay somewhere where it's hot, leather, and even when you stay somewhere where it's cold, if you ain't got heated or cool seats, leather is the most overrated thing you can have in a car. Because when you jump your ass in there in the winter, you freeze, and when you jump your butt in there in the summer, you burn it up. So don't give me no leather.
I'll tell you about leather in the summer. It's like going to your grandma's house in the country and she still got plastic on her furniture.
Exactly.
Finna get baked, bruh.
Grandma bring you a spatula and some Kool-Aid. I'm stuck.
Right. It's not worth it. But so shout out to Best Buy though. Best Buy, they held an in-store only event. And boys was lined up around the corner at select locations.
Let me say, not it.
Well, maybe somebody else got some more inside info. I don't know. I seen somewhere on
reveal something, but keep going.
So what do you know about it?
Oh no, it wasn't no. At least the one that I know of, it wasn't no line.
It wasn't a line. So, but they had them.
That part I don't know. I don't.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think.
If they would have had them, there would have been a line. Cause I seen some places on like some Best Buys around the net. Boys was camping. I'm talking about camping heavy. But that's good though. At least it's like you're not giving the bots a chance. It's like you got to come to the store. You got to get it the hard way. You can't get online. You can't write a script and get online and have somebody snatch them all up. Nope. But they should have been doing this at first.
People's trying to show, everybody's trying to show precaution, of course. So that's primarily.
You should have did that at first.
They could have did it. They could have had them in store, and folks could have been standing outside, and like you just wait, like make it like it's like literal VIP. You know what I'm saying? First come, first serve. You wait. You tell them what you want. They bring it to they bring it to the door. I'm pretty sure they could have had a tablet with like the card scan or cash or whatever you was gonna pay with. Let you swipe, hand you your product, you walk the hell off.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how the next run of consoles go in July, because it seems like in July is like the day or the.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait.
There's a lot of. No, I'm just saying in general. I'm not saying in general that with companies doing the cards like that, there's probably a potential possibility that more than likely that they'll start doing that for like a restock of consoles, because the GameStop that I'm near, that's off of Fry Road, them boys been having lines since last year when I passed by there. They ain't giving two craps about some social distancing. They are literally, people were standing in line trying to reserve and get them a PlayStation or Xbox Series X. So we'll see.
I'm seriously trying to. I think I'm just gonna wait spring next year. Give me a chance to just go ahead and do my PC in spring of next year. I'll just go ahead and get me a P5, man. Ain't no sense even. And hopefully spring of next year that I have the black one. I'm just not like, I want a P5. I would have got the white one, but I'm just feeling like a black one coming, and I'll just go ahead and get a black one.
I'm Gucci.
If the opportunity comes to get a retail one, anytime in the next 3 months, I'm getting one. I'm not gonna lie. I want one so bad. I want to play Ratchet and Clank. I want to play Returnal. I want to play Sifu when it comes out. I want to play.
That's right. Ratchet and Clank does come out this month.
Okay. Yeah, man. Ratchet and I'm seeing some screenshots. They're saying it's looking awesome. So if the opportunity arises, I'm gonna do what I can to get one. But if not, I'm not gonna pressure myself for it though. I'm not. They say they're here.
That's why I was like how I was. I'm like, you know what?
So
Series 6 has been available. I caught one.
So the reason I'm not gonna prioritize my PS5 is because I really just want to go ahead and build my PC.
Which is the right thing to do.
Understandable.
And I feel like I can get my PC, go ahead and get it built, and get my monitors and whatnot, and then spring the next year.
That's what I'm about to buy next, man. I got this Series S. I'm just going to buy me a 4K, 144 hertz monitor, and that's gonna
and I'm just gonna
good.
Next spring is just gonna be me a new truck and a PlayStation 5. Happy birthday, Merry Christmas, and Hanukkah to me.
Hey man, like I'm done for the year.
Right.
All right, man. Then we got let's see, God of War. So God of War,
Push back.
Ragnarok was pushed back to 2022. Some other things that were found out through this press release from Santa Monica Studios that it will also still be coming to the PS4. So also lets us know that there'll still be support for PS4s going into 2022. I know there was some rumors towards the back half of last year that people were thinking that the support was going to go away for the PS4. I'm like, bro, do y'all really know when the PS3 came out how long it took for them to discontinue the PS2? I was working for Sony then, and we were slanging PS2s like it wasn't even a PS3 out.
So let me go ahead and get this off my chest while we talking about games. For Enix, we have a problem.
Oh Lord Jesus!
How the hell y'all gonna drop this Yuffie specifically
Also,
for Final Fantasy VII Remake, specifically for PS5? Why? Why would you do that to the people who actually bought the game, pre-ordered the game, been waiting on a DLC or a part 2 or something, and y'all gonna do this specifically for PS5? Why? I'm not gonna even go on a real rant. I'm not gonna pretend like I got Gundams, or I just want to know why. I'm dead serious. Earnestly want to know why. Because you made promises. Consumers expect you to keep those promises. Not everybody could get a PS5, you ass clowns. And it wasn't because we couldn't afford it. It was because of availability.
I think they wanted to just really kind of give the PlayStation 5 community some games aside from Returnal and Ratchet and Clank. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking.
So I pre-ordered Ninja Gaiden, and I'm really feeling real Ryu-ish on this topic. And I ain't talking about Ryu from Street Fighter. I'm talking about from Ninja Gaiden. That's a whole lot of sword play right there, boy.
Bro, you need a hug.
Well, no. I mean, it's better than them. I don't know. Never mind. But well, at least they're coming out with games, man. That's all we can ask for, man. You know,
because at this point, it's a. I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, I like PlayStation as much as the next person, but at this point, it's a PS4 remaster machine.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's literally what it is right now.
So I'm getting once I get a PlayStation 5, I'm gonna also look for a Piano Black PlayStation 3, and from there, I'm just gonna start collecting the PS1 and 2 games that I want, and 3 games that I want. Ain't the PS3 backwards compatible with the 2 and the 1, the first edition? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, the first edition, which I looked up on eBay, and them craps are still selling for like almost $1,000.
Yeah,
it's rare because they immediately took it. Yep, that's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for one, man. And the crazy is,
Yup,
I
that's it.
found one recently, like maybe 2-3 years ago, and I sold it like a dummy.
That big monstrosity. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
matter
it.
of fact, I think Tink got one, so never mind. I don't even probably have to buy it.
I kept that mug, bro.
So I still got my original PlayStation. Wait a minute.
You have braids now?
No.
That boy came on camera looking like Stevie Wonder. Stevie in the 70s.
No, that's his head wrap thing coming down.
Nah, bro. even
Bro,
playing-
I was gonna say,
It do look like you
tell
got some
me
time
what
though.
you using in your head, bro. And if you had to say,
I'm pretty sure I told y'all I cut out my hair. I told y'all sometime last week.
Yeah.
don't
Also,
remember.
did you? I think you did. Okay. All right. But yeah, God of War 2022, man. So we'll be looking forward to that.
something else got pushed back too, didn't it?
What else? Please freestyle if you need to, because I can't remember having some stuff this week.
I can't remember. I just think something.
Well, I know it's a rumor that Sony may have acquired Housemark, which I thought they already had Housemark.
Oh, speaking of Sony, well, since we on the subject, this happened in between our little break, Memorial Day, with them about the whole, what was it? Oh, the crossplay thing, where they're charging a fee for crossplay and stuff like that, to have the feature available. They're charging developers to put the feature on the on PlayStation in general. And so a lot of people are like, this generation right now, not even saying generation as far as like people, I'm just saying this generation, the Series X and PS5 generation.
This console generation, current
This
console.
this console generation, everybody is like, just, y'all the bad guy, y'all the bad guy, y'all the bad. I'm like, I mean, again, Phil is.
I understood Sony's reasoning.
Phil Spencer is the cool CEO guy. What's his? I can't always. I want to say freaking Jack Trim, but I know that ain't him. The other guy that's over PlayStation, he is the suit guy. So you always, from time to time, you have these different dynamics when you have CEOs. You have the super laid back CEOs that's the cool guy, that's everybody's friend, and you got the other one that's, you seem like he's being evil, but no, this bro, he's getting business done. That's just what it is. He likes video games, but he ain't no super fan, but he respects and he knows how the business works. So,
And it's kind of like the former CEO of T-Mobile versus the new CEO of T-Mobile. Remember the former CEO of T-Mobile? He was always streaming.
Bro, that boy was on Twitter every freaking day, bro, cooking in his kitchen. And I'm like,
yeah,
how is he selling cell phones,
like,
guy?
like he was talking about bringing back the sidekick, and he had a shoe,
Jack
with a
Laguerre?
sidekick
I think this is
built into it. Like he was just having fun being a CEO, and like sales went up, but then when they merged with Sprint, they got rid of him and just brought in a suit and tie guy.
Yeah, I ain't seen that boy at all. I seen him maybe like one time recently, actually.
Yeah, the old CEO looked like a maniac, but he was cool because you had T-Mobile, but you had the free T-Mobile app. We was getting Domino's and free movies on Vudu and all type of stuff.
Exactly. Like I had T-Mobile during that time, man, because I had T-Mobile since 2004 when we graduated high school, and like when he took over, it was just like, hey man, you can get all this free stuff with T-Mobile now. He started the Netflix for free with T-Mobile, like all of that stuff. It was just like, shoot, you play this, and he started he was there when they started the pay one flat rate, no taxes, no fees, like taxes and fees included. You pay that one flat rate, and it was just like it was rocking and rolling then.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's. I mean, like, and back to the point with PlayStation and with this whole thing is like that's that's just the two different type of CEOs they got. It's like them announcing every single time with game. Game Pass is gonna have this, that. It's just.
I mean, in this day and age, everybody wants to assimilate and integrate and all this, and that's great. You know what I mean? But if people want to do their own thing, let them do their own thing. Everybody ain't gotta be get along, gang, all of we all together, whatever. That's fine in a perfect world, whatever. But if PlayStation want to stay PlayStation and stay solid and stand on their own, and we PlayStation, that's fine. I'm cool with that. Yeah. And I want to play some games with my buds. They got PlayStation, I got PC. But if I can't, I'm probably got to go out and get a PlayStation.
And the thing about it is, and comes from me because I worked for them for damn near almost 10 years. I can't count how many times working for them in a retail environment, how many times I was like, man, in America, we had all this cool stuff that we had. And, the European market, South America market, Asian market knew about it. They had commercials. American market, they would never, ever, ever. And when we were told about corporate, it was like they just got those old Japanese ways. It's like they live on their lineage. And
he came on extra light skin. Hey, play.
Yeah, he did.
What's going on?
Talking about you, Briario. In chat.
He just licked his lips and squinted his eyes like a light skinned dude too.
Actually,
he did like this
right now.
Oh god.
Play funny though. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I read it at the same time.
I just looked over at the chat. I'm like, wait, who came on extra light skin? That's funny. Anyway.
But yeah,
all right,
man,
I'm sorry.
So it's but it's just like they kind of live on they kind of like rest on their laurels when it comes to a lot of things, man. Like just like I said, with the commercial thing in the United States, that's just one thing they don't freaking do. So it's just like with them,
I mean,
the spokesperson
when you
that said
think
the whole
about
thing
it,
about crossplay is that with crossplay, they said we can't track. It basically comes down to from a licensing thing, we can't track the money, bro. Like. We don't know what you're gonna do with this skin you got from it's more of a thing like that. It's like if you buy a skin off Fortnite, we ain't getting no money from that if you bought it off Xbox. That's their stand on it.
That's basically what it is. How are they gonna profit from it being crossplay?
Right.
But speaking of Sony, like you think about it, the only real advertisement I've ever seen from Sony in America was maybe the PlayStation.
That's it.
Because you think about it, they never really the Vios, the phones.
They don't advertise
TVs,
it. They don't advertise the TV. They've had maybe, and it's only because we see when I worked there, we saw them prior to them going out. Being on like played during like a big football game or something like that, and we saw them prior to. They'll do it doing like big events like that, but aside from a regular everyday, boys won't do it. PlayStation does it way more than anybody.
But Sony just does, but that's just Sony, man. That's just their traditionally how they do things. Just like when they had their own memory, the Magic Duos or whatever. Yeah. They had their own media. They, you weren't using a micro SD card or, you're going to buy ours.
Still waiting for y'all boys to complain about the
What was the name of that Sony MP3 player? What was it called?
Walkman?
Oh yeah.
I mean, they really, and Apple's guilty too, but they really just try to innovate and they corner the market on their technology.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, why not? Why not keep it in the house?
They innovate probably more. They innovate more than. This is just me coming from me, and I just because I know this a lot of technology. They innovate more than a lot of people give them even credit for. AirTags is a prime example. The Echo Show is another example. Sony did it first back in the early 2000s. It's called the Dash. Look it up. They innovate like NFC before when Apple Pay came out, bro. Like Sony was doing NFC. I'm still waiting for Apple to do this one deal where you can do NFC to your headphones, and instead of having to always hit the stupid little Bluetooth button to pair your headphones, Sony was doing it where you just put your phone to your ear and it just automatically pairs. And watch, give you like 2-3 years, Apple gonna make it seem like it's the most revolutionary thing in the world.
Well, the thing
Sony been doing it.
The way it is with Samsung, it's just pretty much the same way. Like my Galaxy Buds, it's like I take them out the case, put them in my ear, they automatically connect. My Bluetooth can be off, and it turns my Bluetooth on.
Yeah, it's just near field communication, but it's just the fact that how Apple does it, where it's like the feature's available. The feature was available when you put Apple Pay on your phones. It's there. That's how Apple Pay works. It's NFC.
So Sony is just shrewd and cutthroat. They don't care.
Yeah,
like when they pull Cyberpunk off the store, nobody else did.
And that mug still ain't.
Somebody just like we don't care. Like we not playing that crap.
The funny thing about it, that crap still ain't on the store, bro.
Sony like we don't
got an anime.
We not assimilating with you. We taking your whack games off the store. We doing everything. We Sony. We gonna do what we want to do. God dang it.
That man said, we are not playing.
Winter 2022, Cyberpunk has a anime coming.
They need to fix their game.
Their revenue is down by 60-some% by fixing the game.
They also need to stop. They need to stop putting out vague roadmaps because they had some there. They posted one on Twitter. That was hella vague. I think that's the vaguest roadmap I've ever seen.
So GoPad went over the detailed roadmap they had put out when it was back in like late December, January.
Yes, that was a detailed one. But if you look at the one now, bro, that mug is literally like patches and fixes.
And guess who? I bet you that's the suits.
That's a new. I think they have a new director. I think now or something like that.
Oh.
So I don't know if he just don't know what's going on until he acclimated or what. But yeah. All right, man. Snap ain't here, but I'll talk about this myself. So WWE is setting up. Is WWE setting up for sale? They've been doing a lot of releases in the past few months. This one, and it's always on a Wednesday, which is why in the wrestling community we call it Black Wednesday because they did it last year during COVID, released a lot of people. This time around they did it again. Two big names that they released. One guy was literally a former WWE champion. They normally don't do a lot of main eventers like that, which is why it was a really big shock to a lot of people. They typically get rid of like mid-card to lower card people or people you just don't see on TV for months. So, but yeah, so they did a bunch of releases, but there's a gentleman that's under Vince McMahon named Nick Khan, that a lot of people feel that he's kind of like the new guy in charge. And so a lot of people have the feeling that they're just trimming the fat to get ready to sell to somebody. Because if you've seen Vince McMahon lately, that boy look like Rubberface. He looking old.
Vince McMahon, 137 years old.
And he looked
that's what my company did. They sold and they sold and then they got rid of people. But yeah. So yeah, that makes sense.
But I mean, the McMahon family, I think it's just time because like even though with all the drama and everything, his son and daughter just looked like they were just in it for the hell of it. Just to, because that's what their daddy wanted to do.
Well, the thing is, the daughter wants to be in the company. It's his son-in-law, which is Triple H, Paul Levesque. He wants into the company. He runs their developmental, and it's probably way better than the actual main product that a lot of people see on TV. NXT is on TV as well, and those are just people that are just coming up, that are just getting their feet wet, and it's 10 times better than the normal stuff. And a lot of times, what it is, he's old, he's out of touch, and sometimes we ain't trying to say you got to lead a company. We just need you to get away from the creative side of it because all your ideas suck. So because he has this. I can't even count the number. He has like a super large team of writers, and he'll do I'll give you a little simple thing that he does. They'll write the show. Literally, I've read news reports that he's ripped up the script for the entire show an hour before they're supposed to go live and rewrites it. That's the type of maniac that they're dealing with.
Those old as gold.
What?
You said old as gold? Yeah, he more like freaking rusted at this point. He needs to just.
The boy old as rock.
Let's not talk about Ric Flair because anyway. All right, man. Let's discuss. Let's talk about this E3. E3 is coming up next weekend on starting June 12th to the 15th. We will be doing some things and coincided with E3. We'll be doing some co-streams on the Twitch channel. So please come through and check us out. Turn on the notifications so you know when we go live. We'll be kind of following the Xbox and Bethesda showcase, Nintendo Direct, Ubisoft Forward, and any other like little bit of, there's some other stuff that's going on, but we're going to kind of typically follow the main three. If there's anything big that comes out of the smaller ones, of course, we'll talk about it on that going into that Sunday, of course, and kind of giving a recap of that stuff as well. So, but first and foremost, what are y'all looking forward to? I know what everybody kind of Nintendo, we already kind of know which
Switch Pro.
Switch Pro, yes. Mm-hmm.
Ready to be disappointed again.
When you say that,
wait.
It's because ain't nobody gonna be able to get them.
But then no, I'm not even saying that much. What I'm saying is what they probably gonna do. They're not gonna even show it to you in the Nintendo Direct. They're gonna drop a random YouTube video like 2 weeks later announcing the Nintendo Switch Pro.
So
uneventful as
it's
hell.
looking like it's looking like I thought. I still feel like this is when it was gonna drop. They was gonna drop the Nintendo. The Switch Pro commercial during the Olympics, but it's looking like they may not even have the Olympics in Japan because of the rampant amount. Like the whole country of Japan is pretty much the citizens are against it. Like they've been doing surveys and having votes and stuff, and it's steady getting denied.
Well, they still
and
have
the only
people.
people.
They're still having COVID outbreaks over there too. That's part of it
Yeah,
too. Because
that's why
part of
the citizens against it.
Yeah.
But the only people that can cancel the Olympics is the IOC. And Japan has invested billions of dollars building this Olympic complex. Nintendo and other sponsors around there have invested millions and millions of dollars. And that's what Nintendo, because at the last Olympics, they tell you who the next city is that's going to have the Olympics. What's the next country having the Olympics? And that's when they did at the end of the Olympics. They had Mario popping up out the sewer pipe and doing all of that. So I think that's what Nintendo was banking on, making a big splash during the Olympics in their country. Doing all of that because they had the Mario Olympic game. So what's it called? Mario Sports or something? Well, I mean, it's something.
Mario and Sonic Olympics or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have that
And
game saying I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, but it was gonna be, based around that. That's what all from what I was looking at. That's what all the advertisement was going towards. So I didn't think they may just go ahead, given the situation, they may go ahead and reveal it at E3.
I think, they're still going to have to reveal it either regardless of Olympics or not, because that pro system, anything with pro on the end of it, it's made for gamers. The regular Switch is the casuals. When that's from a marketing perspective, that I'm pretty sure that's probably how they look at it. That's how they marketed the Xbox One X and the PlayStation Pro. They marketed as the hardcore gamer. So,
but what? Okay, hardcore game, I get it, but what game? Because as long as you can achieve 60 FPS, and only time you really need more FPS is in shooting games. Yeah, a competitive shooter. But when you're talking about Smash and like, you just need that to run it. Well, you need that to run at 60 FPS. I don't know if it can run it. Like, all the competitive games are locked at 60. Tekken, Street Fighter, nothing runs past that. You know what I mean? So it's like,
though, with Nintendo, as much as we say they run typically the same franchises or throw something of a new type of thing that Mario is doing in a different scenario, they never really ever really gave a crap about graphics to compete with what's going now, which is a PS5 and an Xbox, Xbox Series S and X and stuff like that. They've been from a graphic perspective, and people can say all day because I hear people say, I don't care about graphics. Then you should just play. Then why do you buy new consoles? You should still be playing the Nintendo. You do care about graphics. Shut up.
Well, I won't say they don't care about graphics.
From a graphic standpoint, Nintendo. I've always said this. Nintendo got to the point. Just looking at the consoles since the 64, it was catered more towards the kid population. Nintendo really wasn't, after the 64 with the GameCube, the Wii, all of that. It was more of a family system that you can bring the whole family in. Those that grew up on Nintendo and those kids you want to
Nintendo
bring into
Entertainment
those
System.
family-oriented games.
Yeah,
but that's why their library isn't just as huge. It's mostly just Mario and some Sega games and Zelda and stuff like that.
But then you also are playing. You're playing in an area with these consoles that can do 4K, 8K, do 120 frames, all this other stuff, man. They gotta at some point.
Nintendo been living off their name and lineage,
right? And that's another. They're Japanese. That's a Japanese thing. But yeah, they gotta. This is the Pro is going to be the time for them to really crank it up. Wouldn't you love for Mario or Smash Brothers to look as good and graphically pleasing as the Ratchet and Clank that's about to come out?
Oh,
yeah.
Zelda?
Okay. I mean, those games don't look bad. They don't look crap.
No, they don't
it's
look
just
bad
the fidelity, meaning like the shading and it still looks good.
Yeah, they
you know what I mean.
Look good, but they can look.
It's just like the resolution and yeah, they can. But it's really about. I think what Nintendo really strives is the one other thing, innovation. Like they want to make sure that their thing is, are you having fun? You know what I mean? And if they're marketing towards kids, it's like, okay, they don't care about 4K, 60 frames and all that stuff. They just want to have fun.
Too, this Pro is probably going to be the home console. That's my prediction. It will be the home console. You already got Lite and you already got the normal Switch. There's two portables already.
No, this one's going to be portable too. It's just,
I think it's going to have an aspect to it that's going to be very focused on where you're going to get where if you do take it with you, you're going to lose some stuff from a graphic perspective or anything like that.
Of course. It's going to be like if you undock it, it's not going to be 4K. I think they're trying to go 4K 60, but undocked is still not going. I think they said either 720 or still or 1080 or something. I can't remember.
So now, if the dock you get 1080
or 4K or something, man.
Dock you get 1080. Or dock you get 1080, undock you get 720.
720. So I think those bump up one.
My biggest thing they need to do is make sure you have more memory and sustainable battery that lasts longer than an hour and a half.
Oh, trust me, if they trying to play ball with anything with rumors of OLED screens and all this other stuff. Yes, it consumes less energy, of course, from that perspective, but still, you're gonna be messing with more horsepower under it. So yeah, of course, I think they're gonna improve on the aspect because they know the aspects that people have complained about with the original Switch. They kind of aware of battery storage. That's gonna probably be the easy part, especially with storage being way cheaper than what it was from when the original Switch came out. So
because there's no way
they're gonna check those boxes off regardless, easy.
And I think
your Switch is undocked. That if your Switch is undocked and plugged into the USB-C, your battery is still dying.
This is facts.
This is fact. Trust me, I know from playing my Switch in the hospital.
It's dumb.
Your Switch is still dying while it's plugged into the wall.
You need a Vanguard, my G, or something else.
Another thing they're doing is they're getting rid of that. I think either Nvidia is not making that Tegra chip anymore, or Nintendo's not using it. One of the two. So they're not. I can't remember. I can't remember if Nvidia is just not making them no more, I think it's that. I think it's the former that Nvidia is not making them no more. But either way, this new Switch, I don't think is going to be using that Tegra chip. That is that
Yeah,
Nvidia Tegra
they're
chip.
gonna have to because they just got Apex on Nintendo Switch 2 months ago. I haven't played it on there, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't run, probably the way it probably should or probably would want to run in a game like Apex. So I'm pretty sure this system is going to really beef that game
So
from a different perspective.
I had, speaking of Nintendo on the Switch, I had this argument with somebody. And y'all tell me if I'm wrong or not. Isn't the Switch just a 30-year update of, just think it has a bigger screen, but basically it's a 30-year update of the Game Gear. You just ain't got to load it with 6 batteries in the back.
You said a Switch is what?
It's
a 30-year update of a Game Gear.
It's a Game Gear. I can kind of.
If I had a Game
Gear, because Game Gear was the first color, handheld when everybody else was using it.
The shape to where the button placement. The only difference is it has a bigger screen. It's thinner. It's way thinner. A Game Gear was heavy as hell. Like the original. If you ever had the original Game Boy was heavy as hell. Like if you throw it, hit somebody with them junts, like you'll give them a concussion.
Hell yeah, you would. Real quick, GZ Dr. 4 Evie, thank you for the follow. Let's talk about Xbox and Bethesda. So as far as E3 predictions with them, there's been like a lot of hoopla about the Starfield game. Oh, look at this.
Basically, yeah. Just think about it. Look at that. Like, if I went and got my Switch right now, Sonic 2.
What's that?
Sonic 2. I bet you that's Sonic 2. I couldn't see it.
Yeah, it is.
I already know. Because that's what everybody had. Like, your Game Gear came with Sonic 2. It takes 6 batteries in the back, right?
6 AA. Yep.
It looked like a weapon.
No lie. I wish I could get my hand on one of those, honestly.
I ain't gonna lie. I wish I could get my hands on one too.
I feel like I'm gonna go look on one for eBay as soon as we get off here.
I'm thinking about it my damn self.
But yeah, man. So Xbox and Bethesda, Starfield has been getting a lot of rumors and all that stuff because people was like, "Oh, Starfield is not on PlayStation." We don't even know what Starfield is. I can't remember what it was, but it was.
So Twitter,
we got literally a title screen. We don't even know what it is.
So on Twitter, you know what I'm saying, Xbox fans, the game changer that's gonna shut PlayStation down is Starfield. So I was in the chat, I said, what is Starfield?
No one knows.
And put a bunch of question marks behind it. Just know it's gonna shut PlayStation down. You must be a PlayStation fanboy asking what Starfield is.
So Starfield is made by Bethesda, just so for those who may not be or know what Starfield is, who it's made by. It's made by Bethesda. Can we recall the last game that was a freaking wet fart? Fallout 76. Yeah. So
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk. Or just super.
How long did it take Fallout 76 to come out?
And then
no, it should have stayed in the oven like a whole 2 more years, bro, until it was like it is right now.
Right, but what I'm saying, how long did it take them to come out to produce that piece of crap? They was working on Fallout 76 like 5 years, and then it still was a piece of crap.
I don't know what the development time on it was, but I know this was the first time Bethesda announced something, and like literally 6 months later it came out. Because normally their cadence is they'll announce something at E3, and it's like it won't be out till the following year. In which that's what they should have did with that. But of course, somebody in a suit probably said, got to hit numbers. But yeah, so that from a Game Pass perspective, I can't really, because I haven't been hearing any rumblings or rumors. It's probably going to be, the rumor mill is probably going to be running hot this week with probably what games, some big games that are going to come to Game Pass. I don't even think Microsoft wants to touch Cyberpunk on Game Pass with a freaking, I don't think they want to touch that. That would be a big announcement for them, but I don't think they want to touch that. Nah.
Oh, we can talk about Sony getting a rating for the media. Or is it the media?
Oh yeah, that's right. They did. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
Let's see what else. Ubisoft. So from their standpoint, here's what I kind of know. We can elaborate on it. We're not due for an Assassin's Creed. No, are we?
When did Valhalla they supposed to be talking about Assassin's Creed at Ubisoft at E3.
When did Valhalla come out? Valhalla is last year, right?
Earlier what? What is it, early this year?
No, Valhalla was,
it was
October last year.
It was last year.
No, we got a whole nother, no, we got a whole nother year. They trade places, so it's gonna be. So I think, and then Watch Dogs got pushed back, so they dropped in the same time span. So I wonder what the hell they gonna be talking about this year. Okay.
So the rumor is with Assassin's Creed is that this time the assassin is gonna be a female. So that's the route they're taking. Are they going back
to this year-to-year thing? Because I know they said so. This is their standpoint, as far as we know, as far as what they put out, is that with they won't be making. They're going to be focusing on AAA free-to-play games, which Division Heartland is supposed to be one of them. Hopefully, we get some gameplay from that. That's what I would like to see doing Ubisoft Forward. What is it? Is it Bad Meets Evil, or what's the name? What's that game? The one with the pig and what's the game? Did they show like 2 E3s ago?
God dog it. Yeah, it's I can't remember.
Yeah, we need to get a day for that game, because that game is like it's literally Cyberpunk at this point. And when I want to drop that one, that mug has had some hella anticipation. Yeah, there's been like Jan said, there has been rumors about another Assassin's Creed being a female, which I mean we had a female in some other ones.
Brotherhood.
Yeah, we had the main one. We had some females in the other ones. That was I can't think of the name of it. But there was like I think
the Japanese one was a female.
The Japanese one was a female.
The one for Vita. What was that? Vita or which one that was?
Yeah, I think it's one for Vita. That's the one I'm thinking about. Yeah, that one had a female. Had a black.
Who was the one in England? It was a brother and sister duo.
Yeah,
that was Brotherhood. Assassin's Brotherhood.
Okay.
So it's like, but okay, that part with them saying they're gonna do a female doesn't really make a lot of sense, because here's why. Because these past 2 years with Odyssey and Valhalla, they let you pick a woman, female, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Well, the assassin, the actual, I mean,
it doesn't matter. I think Far Cry 6 is gonna get a demo. We're gonna get a playthrough of that. I think we're gonna get that. I think that's really it. I'm really not expecting too much. They still trying to fix Hyperscape. Some people saying, "What's that?"
Yeah, Hyperscape, that dead game. You know what? Hyperscape and
flat, bro.
and Spellbreak. They looked promising at first, and they just fell off the map.
You know what game they need to put their bets on, and it's a game you played a lot of, dope. They need to put the cycle out. They need to put the cycle out on consoles.
Yeah,
that's what they need to do.
I gotta do some testing.
It's been in beta. Say alpha. It's been in alpha for too damn long on PC. It needs to come to console. It needs to, because it's gonna touch a whole lot more people that don't know what the heck it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's like for them, that's like an underrated game that probably potentially do well. And I feel like they treat the cycle like a redheaded stepchild, and they don't talk about it. I just see the team talking about it because I follow the cycle on Instagram and stuff like that. But aside from that, they don't really talk about that game ever. So
my thing is,
I just accepted a invitation to actually test it out. That's like the new version of it.
Yeah, I watched the trailer on it because they
closed alpha. Matter of fact, yeah. Okay. Cycle play test.
Let's see what else. I want to say that's if as far as like from a company perspective, we still don't have anything from PlayStation as far as if they're going to do anything, but they'll probably more than likely do a state of play probably later on after E3. I'm pretty sure that's probably what's going to end up being the thing. There was another company that announced.
They said they was releasing 120,000? I forgot.
Oh yeah, and Young's baby mama Square Enix is doing a conference too. I forgot to put that one on there. Yeah,
His baby mama.
Baby mama.
That's funny.
That's a relationship he has with his baby mama Square Enix.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and explain to y'all what Square Enix is. Square Enix was that girl you dated in high school before she got her name changed. When she was Square Soft, she was perfect. She ran off, got married, got her name changed, got hurt, and now she do some good things, but she be just BSing 98% of the time.
Oh,
You mean not name change? You mean she went and got plastic surgery?
Yeah. Speaking of Square Enix, the biggest thing that was pointed out in a tweet when they announced this was that we will see reveal of Wakanda, the Wakanda expansion for Marvel Avengers. And honestly, bro, and a lot of people have been saying to YouTubers that talk about a lot of Avengers content, this is make or break. Don't show us no steals or anything like that. You need to show us full real-time gameplay of this expansion. They got to, because this is make or break. And for them, based on the roadmap, it's probably more than likely going to be August, September. Because when did Avengers come out last year? Though, was it September?
Yeah.
So I'm predicting if they doing the like the Destiny thing, Wakanda DLC is going to drop in September because it's going to be the anniversary of the game, and they have to every game that's doing this type of thing, how Division did with their big expansion, they typically drop it on the anniversary of the game or close to the week of the anniversary when they drop the original title. So that's when Wakanda that's when that's coming out. I'm pretty confident, but they got to show us some good stuff because people have been long gone and they'll come back for Black Panther, but it got to be good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Aside from that, that's pretty much it for E3. I want to double back real quick since Snap is here.
Yay!
On these releases, bro.
Oh God.
I talked about it in short before you came on.
So yeah, Braun Strowman, Aleister Black, Ruby Riott, Santana Garrett. Did I miss anybody?
Lana.
All right. I'm not worried about Lana because she's probably going to go to AEW.
Yeah,
I'm going to be honest with you.
Where her husband's at?
Where's Miro at? I'm not worried about that. Santana Garrett probably going to end up going to Impact. Not too concerned about that.
I say NWA.
Ruby or NWA. Ruby, I'm upset at because she didn't even win that NAN championship, but I had a lot of hype behind her. But she'll go back being Heidi Lovelace. I'm not mad at that. She can, and she's gonna succeed. She did great before she came to WWE, so she's gonna do great even after coming through. Now, Braun Strowman and Aleister Black. The biggest question marks I honestly have. Braun had a great contract that he signed, and
6 figures. No.
7
figures.
7 figures.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just sitting here like, there's so much you could have done with this big man. It still was a lot left for him.
It was budget cuts. They was like, how much y'all pay him for 5 years? Oh no, we need that. We need that.
We gotta nip this man. We need to nip him in the bud. Nip this in the bud. And Aleister was probably the most confusing thing ever. You brought him back, and then you cut him. And I'm just sitting here like,
the man sat at home for 6 months. Got a teaser. Was doing teasers every single week, and then just said, "Yeah,
we wish you well in your future endeavors." And I'm like, dude, I get you. You know, his wife was gone and all this type of stuff. But then I'm just sitting here like, man, just send him back to NXT. Like, it's hard.
He requested, but they denied him.
You just wasted.
Like
Oh,
I was
yeah.
saying, I said the thing, the rumblings that's going around is, are they selling? Is WWE getting ready for sale?
No, I
The
will
guy-
say
with,
he
the,
is.
with the guy Nick Khan, because he's trimming a lot of the big contracts. I mean, some people say there may be more cuts to come. I don't know. Lord knows I don't know who. I mean, if they doing another cut, bro, just let Ricochet go, bro. I'm being honest right now. Just you're gonna let Alistair go, just let Ricochet go, bro. Stop having this man. This man is so he don't even wear his tights no more. This boy comes out in black jeans every freaking week, bro. That's how dejected he is.
I'm so sorry. I don't want to say this about Ricochet because he's my favorite wrestler. That man come out looking like a very hyperactive crackhead. I'm so sorry. And it's just like, I'm so sorry. It's like this man literally lost the whole thing when he went against Brock Lesnar in Super Showdown, like what, a few years ago.
Yep.
And I just like after that, it just went downhill because this man was a former U.S. champ, and now
I think he lost in. Was it? Dare I say? Was it like 30 seconds?
30 friggin' seconds to Brock Lesnar. I don't like
he ran up on Brock. F5 done. All right. Match over.
and just sitting them back down to main event, and I'm just like, oh, you have just put him back to NXT. He was so much better. You just gave him. Oh yeah, just go ahead and release him. I'd rather see another trilogy of matches when Will Ospreay gets better and him and Will Ospreay can go at each other. I'll rather see that then. That's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody was really shocked about Braun getting released.
He said he's
everybody
done,
felt
though.
like,
He said he might be done though. He may be like.
oh yeah, they
said
said he said a quote. He said, if Vince let me go, it's like, look, you let me go, that's gonna be it. I'm not putting my boots on for nobody else.
Secondly, last year during the COVID releases, the Black Wednesday releases, he talked a lot of mad cash about indie wrestlers saying like, go do GoFundMe's and all this stuff for these people, and he made like a very, very snooty remark in relation to those people getting released. The indies don't want you. Bro. They don't want you. So, but yeah,
big dog.
So,
you go back to bodybuilding, my friend, a world strongman competition. You want to do that?
Strongman competition, yeah. All right, man. So, what was it with PlayStation?
Oh, they got a ESRB or rating for the medium, which was basically a Xbox exclusive.
Timed exclusive, as they say it during E3.
Yeah. So I was actually playing something today on stream, but yeah, I don't know any more details about it, but that things that make you go,
Yeah, it's along with the medium and Sunset Overdrive. It'll be like
and Sunset Overdrive, yeah. Which Sunset Overdrive was, oh man, that's a great game. So I wouldn't mind it. I mean, but they say Xbox don't have no exclusives. They do. They just come to PlayStation.
If they
and PlayStation exclusives comes and eventually come to PC. So
I'm gonna say this, and we can get to the Cruella review. I'm gonna say this: if Halo Infinite is supposed to be a FTP, and from that little screenshot that they showed of Master Chief with all these different odds and ends, like it's not like a uniform armor like he normally has. If Xbox got MLB The Show, which is a game that people thought that would never ever come to Xbox. If Halo Infinite comes to PlayStation 5, that's it, bro. That's it. That's basically Mario showing up on PlayStation at this point. We're done.
Well, you remember what made me mad is when Crash Bandicoot and Lara Croft showed up on Xbox.
Well, that was because they sell for any time if you got a big enough use case.
Yeah, but it was pretty much to me like when we first got PlayStation, those were the mascots for Spyro, Lara Croft, and Crash Bandicoot were the mascots for PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
It had been on PlayStation for years, and then like when Xbox got Tomb Raiders.
But that shows you how good they are. They were just like, okay, y'all want to take those? We'll make some new ones. And they did.
Mm-hmm.
3-4 times, 6 times over. Want to take another one? We'll make another one.
So even if Halo does, I got a feeling like Xbox will pull something like, nah, we not gonna let Halo can't go to PlayStation because it'll be some. First of all, I don't want to hear no Xbox.
It'll go against the credo of what a lot of some of these new generation gamers want, this unification of just everybody play together, this type of thing. And I hate exclusives because I hear this so much on Twitter and everywhere else.
Yeah,
it would literally go against what they say. So honestly, if it does, guess what? I'm literally gonna tweet. You can't get mad because that's what you said. That's literally what you said when it was all about with, these games coming over, when people were talking all that cash about MLB The Show.
Right, because they were just saying that's what everybody, just because MLB The Show showed up on Game Pass, that's it for PlayStation. That's it for PlayStation. Like, true enough, I do not play Xbox at all. I've never liked the Xbox. The fact that Royalty was the first person I knew with the first Xbox, and one of our friends got one that got that red ring of death. I was just like, that's a trash system. And that just stuck with me for the rest of its career. Like,
hey,
to me,
I don't mean to cut you off. You saying this, and I'm using the Xbox as a stand right now for my phone. I'm so sorry. I know I'm making some Xbox
paperweight.
Is it a 360?
No, the Xbox One.
It's a paperweight.
Mine right here at the bottom, not even turned on, bro. I got
to turn this look, tomorrow. people will tell me, oh, but the PlayStation 1 did this and the PlayStation 2 did this. I've had every PlayStation except for the 5. I've never had a problem with my controllers or my systems. Never.
I've had problems with every single one of my systems. I'm just an understanding customer. Anyway.
Look, I'm with Young on
this. From a dev standpoint, devs hated to. Like, it was so hard to develop for the PlayStation 2 and 3. 1, 2, and 3, really. Devs hated the dang on PlayStation. They didn't get it right till the 4.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm with Young and I'm with Davin because it's like I never fully had too much of an issue with I've been on both sides, Xbox and PlayStation. I had literally every Xbox up to the Elite, right? Not the first one, but the 360. Everyone, arcade, the regular one, and the Elite. All of them had the little red ring of death. Or the first one, it was just something crazy about it. But
like, did you have to buy an external fan for the first one?
Oh, I didn't even buy a fan or anything like that because I didn't know anything. Like I said, I was purely PlayStation. Then because of all that, I ended up jumping back to PlayStation, jumping back over there because little brother had got a PS3. He still can play it to this very day. Nothing wrong with it. So I ended up getting Xbox
One. Like half a year, anyway.
So the thing about it with the reason why people got yellow lights of death is because when you stood the PlayStation 3 vertically and you played it for hours on end, the chip would desolder and it would slide down a little bit, and that's what would cause the yellow light. But a lot of people didn't put their PlayStation vertically; they just had it, horizontally, so they didn't run into that problem. But some people still ran into it.
My games always sat flat, and that's what they do: sit flat. Like my PlayStation, my 4 is sitting vertical now, but that's because it's sitting on a stand with a fan blowing in it. My hell, I couldn't even imagine trying to stand my original PlayStation, stand it up on this side.
I ain't got no standing nothing up in this.
But
Xbox One,
let's say good
flow.
Hey yo, but you know what? They're just like, I've never owned the smaller versions of them systems. Like, remember when the PlayStation 1 came out with the little version about that big around?
Bro, that
was I know because I had it. I got it for Christmas one time.
That was all the mini consoles, bro. I just never I'm like.
I was just like. It just looked like
manufacturing, bro. The manufacturing from the first one is like the good one. The ones on the back end, those are super cheap ones, bro. They use all type of cheap materials to turn profit.
Man,
them boys get 90% gross margin on a freaking mini PlayStation.
Man, but that was the I honestly feel like that was around the time people started putting game systems in their car. Remember, early 2000s, people started putting game systems and TVs in their car. and those mini systems were perfect to put in your car.
Man, monitoring the back headrest of the driver and passenger seat, or beyond that.
America, don't do that.
I remember that.
Don't do that.
I remember all that.
Actually, what Dope showed, that video Dope said, where old boy had anime playing in his windows. That was just, you might as well just play PlayStation in your back window.
Sounds expensive. Sounds like some expensive glass, bro. Let's talk about Cruella. I didn't see it, so I will let.
I have not seen it. I will sit back and listen.
Right,
I've seen it. I'll let Briario take point on this.
You got
one.
it, Mr. Disney.
I know you done seen it like 8 times already.
I'm a backdoor you on this one, Briario.
Okay.
Go ahead. Make a song right quick about it, Stevie.
All I know is good. That's all I know.
Let me take this off. This is a turban.
Oh, he had to take the headphones off.
Understand, Stevie?
We thought he had
It's just the way it
came on.
Yeah, he had cornrows when he first popped
we
on.
low-key thought he had cornrows when he first came on, bro.
And look, all thing he need was some big shades and just be talking like this, and all the children in the world. And the producer said, all the wonderful people that be.
You got to show the teeth, young. You know he likes to show the teeth now, Stevie. Shows them quite often.
Oh God!
All right, so
real quick before you get started, I was watching Don Lemon did this thing on CNN where it's called "What's Going On," and it was talking about Marvin Gaye's album "What's Going On," and Stevie Wonder was in that. For the first time in my life, I heard Stevie. He said, "I'm going to talk to you as Stevie and not Stevie Wonder," and Stevie started cursing, and I was just like, "Whoa."
Musicians are bipolar, bro. Musicians are bipolar. They have 2 personalities.
Yeah.
Really? And then when he said, and this was the killer point, this was the first word they did mute. And when Stevie said, and when they came back from Vietnam and the way America treated them, that was some bullshit. And when he leaned up like that, like he was looking at Dunn, I know you can't see Dunn unless you've been lying to me for 60 years. But he looked at it and he said, that's some bullshit.
All right, man. Let's not laugh at Stevie.
That man said it's all a gimmick, bro.
Like, he wasn't even talking like Stevie Wonder, like how I was just imitating him. When he leaned up and looked at Dunn and said the way they treated them when they got back from Vietnam, the way America treated them, that was some bullshit. The way he said bullshit.
Oh, on the whole, he said that part.
Hey, dope. You remember when Young said, man, hey, y'all, I'm going to try to stop cussing on the show. Yeah, okay.
So I was making a quote. I haven't cursed. I haven't cursed.
We got to make a bleep bleep.
That was a quote.
Rewind that. Rewind it.
Clipped.
Hey, go on, please get to this Cruella review, man. I'll be laughing all night.
All right, let's go. Cruella, live action. Let's go.
All right. So I want to bring to the fact that the movie was also released on Cameron Bryce's birthday.
R.I.P.
Mm-hmm.
He was from the show Jesse. He had passed away. Nick, what year was it?
He also played Carlos, which is the son of Cruella DeVille from Descendants. Y'all ever gotten onto this?
That dude. Okay. I know you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
The guy with the hazel eyes,
Yeah,
the black dude.
My niece is into Descendants. Lord Jesus, but anyway, keep going.
Was he black?
Is too.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't black.
Yes.
Okay, that's not that dude.
Cameron.
Yeah, Cameron's black.
He the one that committed suicide.
No.
So there's a second person from Descendants that died?
You talking about Lee Thompson Young, ain't it?
I don't know. I'm thinking of somebody else.
So
but anyway,
Let's keep going.
Wait about
Yeah,
Famous J. Jackson.
But anyway, so okay, so what were your thoughts on the movie, or give us overall?
I have to do like my research when it comes to like films that's doing like more film adaptations of a book, and it's just like how I felt about Maleficent too. Like you have like your source material from like all the way back from the Brothers Grimm, but with this film, I had to see if they was going to take anything from the book that Dodie Smith had wrote. They took some of it, but they retwisted it in some way, just how like how they did Maleficent. But overall, it's a really good film. I love the direction that the writers took with giving each and everyone had character development.
Mm-hmm.
It was just awesome, and even this, I love the soundtrack.
Soundtrack was dope. Awesome. Yeah.
But okay, let's get to the performance of everybody. Everybody did a phenomenal job, especially Emma. Like she really brought it.
She's gonna win an award. She's gonna win an award for that.
Something.
She's gonna win an award for that one for sure.
And so I give my ratings. I'm gonna give it a 9.5.
Okay.
I'll give it that. I give it about a 9.
I get it.
So it gave me like almost some Devil Wears Prada vibes. I don't know if y'all seen that, but
that's what a lot of people say.
But that's what I wanted to bring up. Like I was saying about the source material. Has anybody on this podcast, did y'all read books? Have y'all ever read 101 Dalmatians?
Nah,
I'm just familiar.
I didn't even like the cartoon. I wasn't a fan of the cartoon, so.
Let me tell you something. The books are always going to be more interesting, and it just
more in depth.
Definitely. And I hate that when Disney creates something or makes any adaptation of anything that's a book, there's always something that's like really deep that's going to get cut out of it. Like this, any Disney cartoon.
Well, yeah, they got to meet a certain,
Got to meet certain criteria as far as what the audience they're trying to play to.
Yeah, they're trying to play
okay. But yeah,
plus, plus it's PG-13, so yeah, they got to keep it in that realm as well.
I wouldn't say the book would be PG-13 because you're talking about somebody who's animal cruelty.
Oh yeah, they didn't want to smoke with Peter on that one. Nope.
Yeah, it goes deeper than that.
They didn't want that smoke. They bad enough, got problem enough dealing with China, but anyway.
But this just
Peter ruined a man's athletic career. Let's just put it that way. They got a man put in jail for a year just because stuff was done on his property.
Peter, let's just leave all them foods. You don't want to smoke with none of them. Leave them alone. That's what
the WWF, the World Wildlife Fund. You don't want to with PETA. You don't want to with nothing dealing with animals. Because I promise you, these people love animals more than they love humans.
Cruella would have been trending on Twitter talking about cancel it because they would have threw something from their book in there.
So my knowledge of Cruella just goes back to 101 Dalmatians. Same. And in that movie, she was old, So to me, this is just Cruella's origin story,
right?
Of how she came to be. And if you look at her in 101 Dalmatians, I mean, the cartoon, she has the Baroness written all over her. You know what I mean? So it's just like, dang. So now it makes sense why Cruella is how she is, because it's just genetics. Her mom was just, like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, but the way the movie unfolded and it just kept flowing. It wasn't no dead spots. You know what I mean? It wasn't no like, what is this? Everything just flowed, just seamlessly, and it let you know how it came to be. Yeah, I mean the only weird part was they did, maybe I missed it. They didn't explain how she got her hair. You know what I mean? Right. I would have thought they would have made a bigger deal about it, but they didn't. So
in other film adaptation, but in this one, she was actually born with the black and white, like albinism going on with the hair.
Yeah,
on one side.
Yeah, at least they didn't go corny with it. So I mean.
No, it was nothing was corny about it.
Nothing was corny about this movie. It was real good, man. I was like, dang. And, you know, and it's dang near. It's like really like I mean, or not. You know, for you know, not for nothing. It's really like a chick flick. You know, just like The Devil Wears Prada. But a good movie is a good movie. You know what I mean? Like it's a good movie. Like the soundtrack was dope, especially when it's a part in there where she took the Baroness down, and she threw her own little thing, and they played this one song in there, and it just was just like dog. It's just man, it was dope. I'm trying to be vague for people that ain't seen it, but when that part came on, and Brie already know what I'm talking about, that was like, dang, bro.
You might as well go into depth, bro.
Yeah, and she so the Baroness was stealing her ideas. So to get back at her, she had these beads shipped from Africa somewhere, but they wasn't.
Let me tell you what it was. They were gold plated or gold painted cocoons.
Yeah,
best revenge scene ever. Like, came up with that. You thinking like, oh, she really gonna do this? She gonna give this lady pride up?
And what was the song
Great
they
revenge.
played doing it?
I gotta look it up, dog. I gotta look it up.
Let's talk.
We'll watch it though.
Emma Thompson's role as the Baroness. Like, I this is like the first movie I ever seen Emma play. Like she's playing somebody that's evil. Like she's not new to it. Like at all, the way she played this character. Like she's done dirty work behind the scenes. You can tell she's been doing it for a long time.
Yeah,
like,
I'm trying to see who I can liken her to.
All people.
I need a link to the movie.
I'll shoot it to you.
All right, I'll try to watch it tomorrow.
Okay,
but what's the lady's name in The Devil Wears Prada?
Miranda Priestley.
No, what's the actress name?
The actress. Oh,
that was Glenn Close, wasn't it?
Meryl
Streep.
Yeah, bro. This was she did better than Meryl because Meryl Streep was cold in that movie, and yeah, she did a job.
They say that The Devil Wears Prada was supposed to be like a based off certain events that happened with Anna Wintour. And some of y'all, do y'all know who Anna Wintour is?
She's a fashion designer for not Vera Wang.
Is it Vogue?
Vogue. Yeah, Vogue. Yeah. No, yeah, she's the head of Vogue. That's what she was. I only know that because Kanye always talk about Anna Wintour. Right, but yeah, but it's a good watch though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's a good.
Listen to Kanye since Backpack on Kanye's.
Well, not rapping. He talk about her in interviews. But anyway, yeah, y'all check it out if y'all get the chance. Anybody, definitely go check out that movie.
Last Kanye interview I saw was Houseway. How?
He probably talked about Anna Wintour in that one too.
Last note about the movie is that they do homage to the cartoon. At the end, you have to stay for the end for the post credit,
which I didn't do like a stupid.
Oh man, like I said, all the characters are connected, and like I said, they do a development. They're all there, but the ending has you thinking, okay, there's more to come.
So this was my hang up. Why I didn't like, even as a kid, I had this mentality. Like, you after these Dalmatians, it's a billion damn Dalmatians in the world. Just go get some more and breed your own. That was basically my mindset. Like,
but you have go to
logical.
That's when the book comes in.
It was just that's to me, because I think, like, to me, when it came to a dog movie, I was all about all dogs go to heaven. Like, I didn't care nothing about 101 Dalmatians. I didn't even care about Lady in the Tramp.
I think I care more about 101 than All Dogs Go to Heaven. I've never seen the movie in entirety.
One or any of them?
Any of them.
Okay.
I fell out of love with a lot of Disney stuff, like as a kid early on. It was like on certain stuff that I watched. Like,
I mean, like, I never, like, the sequels of those movies, I never did watch them. Like, Peter Pan was just it for me. Little Mermaid was it. Toy Story, well, I did watch the sequels of Toy Story.
Royalty grew up a little bit fast.
Yeah, I didn't like
Disney, and I got other stuff.
There are
I didn't like the
Look.
sequels of Disney movies like that. Maybe Toy Story 2. That was it.
You can tell which Disney
maybe
movie I like. I got
Dory.
it tattooed on me, so
But it's always original.
Yeah, the originals are the best ones. Especially when they try to come back and, you know, like I didn't want to see a second part to Cinderella. She was supposed to live happily ever damn after. I
Right.
didn't want to see Ariel turn back into a damn mermaid.
Some of those sequels were just really not necessary. But
like
What the
Lion
hell,
King.
Snow White? Snow White got her Prince Charming. What the hell is she going back to mess with the Seven Dwarfs for? Those theories.
she's going to party back with the 7 dudes.
And did they make like 3 Lion Kings?
Yes.
Oh my god.
They had Lion King 1.5, Lion King 2.
but those are good sequels though.
Nah, I'm good.
I was good with the first one. I ain't need a.
I was good with the first one.
Some of the Disney movies growing up as a kid, one time was good.
One time was
I
good.
wasn't
Yeah.
expecting. I wasn't expecting a sequel from any of that junk. No.
Now
The second one was just cash grabs.
They were
Nah.
cash grabs.
Now I would tell you something. And just harkening back to me being young. So, 18 years old, The Incredibles come out. Me and my friends in college, we go to the movies high and drunk. First thing we say, "Damn, this Incredible thick as a mug." We do that's every time she comes. Hey, why they make that woman so thick, bro? That's all we talking about, bro.
I
You're looking back at-
knew, bro. I already knew. All right, man. Let's get ready to wrap this. But first and foremost, Young, do you have the what you call it pulled up for the?
Yeah, let
the
me
giveaway?
get ready. So we're gonna random pick an item. And the winner is
Oh, you just did that so uneventful. Okay. I just said, was it ready? All right, man. So we're going to be ready to do the $30 gift card giveaway. Okay, Young. Now go ahead.
let me share my screen.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
Make sure you got the right stuff up now.
I know, right?
We don't want to see no thick Miss Incredible.
Nah, I'm good on that.
We know you got them.
Nah, I don't. The winner is Alsha.
Alsha. Okay. We'll be reaching out on the backside of the channel, and we will let them know.
I can't hear no air horns. Brr, brr, brr.
Oh, I know, right? I didn't get my in front of me on my stream deck, my soundboard. That's what I should have did. But yeah, man. So this is we're gonna. Oh, I know the other question I was gonna ask them before we left. Since Cruella did good, Maleficent did good twice. Who do you want to see next in these? Because their villain movies have done pretty well. The live action versions of certain movies, not so much.
If it's gonna be a villain movie, you might as well just do. It's gonna take a lot of work. It's gonna take. I mean, because Maleficent and Cruella pretty much got human forms, but if you're going to do Ursula, because when you go back and
dang,
like,
that'd be good.
Well, we got to get the
My
mermaid
sister-
movie first. We still, waiting on that one.
I mean, I think she almost finished filming it, man.
Well, we know
No,
we
this-
had
Honestly, you know what I was thinking though? Because I did not like the live action Aladdin, man. It was so garbage to me. I'm sorry. I know Briario would beg to differ. The casting was cheesy. The movie was cheesy. The filming was cheesy. It was just cheesy to me. But if they did Jafar right, I'm talking about like right, it would be awesome, dog.
If that was one of the worst parts of that movie was Jafar. Like,
yeah, to me it was just horrible, dog. But if they get somebody with that sucked in jaw, like you got,
just that look,
that's
almost like that.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Like Benedict, if you could find
Ben Kingsley. I'm just saying,
Yeah, somebody like that. If they got somebody and he just acted right and he was just evil and they just told his origin story like they did Cruella, that'd be dope. Be a little darker though.
But like the reason I say Ursula is because my sister used to like really be into the Little Mermaid when she was little, and she was like Ursula and King Triton used to be friends. They
weren't friends. They were brother and sister.
Well, it was something like that. Hell, I don't remember. But
this
we telling
Mermaid sequel, like that sequel is not necessary because they just created another character with the same copycat powers as her.
But yeah, they were just saying that so I would like to see her transition. It's always good to see a transition from how they went from how they ended up to where they are now. Like we all know Two-Face's storyline. He was the district attorney for Gotham.
Yeah.
Even though everybody it's been written 3 different ways I had his face got blown off, but
it's always going to be him falling into the chemicals anyway. All right, man. Let's go ahead and wrap.
Speaking of
what?
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I was gonna say next week I'm gonna be releasing a review, unboxing and review of this Wolverine, Marvel Legends Wolverine toy. I already got a shot, so
okay, cool.
Be on the lookout for that.
Y'all be expecting a lot of content to come out going into the weekend with E3 popping off next weekend. Keep your eyes peeled on the YouTube. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube, I recommend you do so. Turn on notifications because we'll be pumping out a lot of news from E3 and also going live on Twitch with watch-alongs from the different press conferences from the different developers and all that good stuff. So stay tuned, and we will see you guys on next week's show of issue 182, a Nerdflow podcast. Holla.
Yay!